Hello everyone. Usually we're working on a car in the garage, we're doing some type of project, but today we're going to be talking about our garage and security. And I think this is an important topic because being prior military and just being paranoid and anxious all the time, I kind of went a little farther in garage security, and I thought I'd share with you guys a couple of things I did. Maybe you guys can learn a little bit from us. And on top of that, you could put in your comments maybe some suggestions or some ideas that you guys have done or have been thinking about doing. All right, so let's jump into garage security. So one of the first things I think anyone should have is a camera inside their garage. Now this camera is pretty intelligent. It's connected to the Wi-Fi, it has night vision, and it also detects movement and records and lets you know both on your phone and other notifications. A great thing about this is that it's connected to a base that if for some reason it goes off, it makes a big noise and lets everybody know inside the house that there is movement in the garage. Now when we go travel or do something, we're able to arm this, and if even a fly is moving around here, okay, maybe not a fly, but if anything moves around here, it's gonna go off, it's gonna alert the audio center or little hub that's there, and it's also gonna inform the police. And there's different options with different cameras and different hub centers, but it's really neat that this is a very well set up system. And we love this because it covers the whole garage, it covers the doors, the entrances, and it's pretty smart. So as technology advances, so does the bad guys' awareness of the loopholes and vulnerabilities of older technology. Now, if you take this older garage door opener, it uses a radio frequency setup, just your old traditional garage door opener that turns on and off. Now, I know you've seen those movies or you've heard about people trying to record or capture RF signals, and then they mimic them and they're able to open up garage doors. Well, that is true, and it kind of goes a little bit farther than what most people would do to get into a garage, but I wanted to go ahead and address that and check out what I did. Now what I did is I installed this additional lock to the garage door, and how it works is that you pretty much screw it, bolt it down, and whenever you want to lock it, you go ahead and press that in, and what it does is it puts this piece of metal through the railing, and even if you press the button to open the garage, it would hit this, and the internal sensor inside the garage door opener that would tell there's some resistance would stop the garage door from opening, and it wouldn't even open at all. So this is a great thing to do. You could also add a lock if you wanted to even go a little further, but this is one of my favorite little devices because at the end of the day, it adds a locking mechanism and it prevents the garage door opening no matter what. An additional step a person could do is they could disconnect or turn off the fuse for the garage door openers. Now, sometimes the garage door motors themselves are connected to the overall circuit of the garage. So if you turn this off, you would turn off more things. But luckily for us, we're able to isolate just the motors themselves, which adds an additional measure to prevent anything opening up if we don't want it to. If you don't have an isolated fuse for the garage door openers, then you could go ahead and just disconnect the cord and it would do the same thing. So in Army aviation, one of the things that you saw consistently in aircrafts is a redundant system. So we wanted to make sure that we approached it the same way. So the cameras have their own security system with their own monitoring program or subscription. But on top of that, we also have a home monitoring alarm system. Your typical one with the keypad and the motion sensors and the door triggers. Now the great thing about that is that having door triggers and window triggers for all opening or entrances of the garage is key. And one of the things you want to do is you want to test it and make sure that when you open the door that the alarm actually goes off. It will seem really loud, your neighbors might be like, what's going on? But it's good to test those. So a lot of these security systems require power and they require Wi-Fi. So what we did is we hooked up an APC backup power system in case the power goes out. It'll let these security systems run for a certain allotted time, which is great. Again, a little overkill, but I like to think like that. Also, a great idea too is if you have a Wi-Fi issue or if your Wi-Fi is interrupted, you could set up a secondary Wi-Fi system. And usually if you're cool with your neighbors, you could set up on their guest Wi-Fi and you have a redundant Wi-Fi system that you could piggyback if yours goes down. Again, redundancy is key. Now, if we're gonna be home and we know our schedule, then keeping all the cars locked all the time is a little overkill in case you leave your wallet in there or your phone or something you need to get. But we make it a habit to lock our cars even in the garage. Because again, you have a security system within the garage, but why not utilize the vehicle's own security system? So we make it a habit to make sure that the cars themselves are locked and making sure that we're utilizing that additional security that was established already with the car. Now, we just made a video testing an AirTag with the vehicle and trying to find that vehicle via the AirTag. Now, during that process, we learned because of you guys, people who watch our videos and comment, that AirTags work off of other people's iPhones. So whenever Elise drove out to the middle of nowhere, the AirTag wasn't detected because there wasn't enough people. Now, that doesn't mean the AirTag is not effective. It just means that the situation in the environment that we put it in wasn't ideal to find the car. That doesn't mean you should not use an AirTag. So on top of everything, putting these simple $20 AirTags in vehicles is an extra added layer of protection that will add an extra factor if you ever need to use it for any reason. Now, I believe that security starts from the outside, and that's why we have one of these camera floodlight hybrid things out here. And what it does, if it detects motion, it turns on a bright light and it starts recording, and it has audio. Now, there's some that have red and blue lights, which I think is a little overkill, but this is a great one because it's by a great company and it lets you know via the phone, and it's connected to the Wi-Fi, and it has that floodlight which really covers the whole area. And having these around the house really makes a great perimeter and a great idea. Now, I'm gonna leave some stuff out because just like in the military, you don't wanna show all your operational security to the whole world. I'm leaving some layers out, but you could get creative with your security and you could pretty much spend as much money as you want. But I find it fun because at the end of the day, you have a peace of mind for your property, for your home, and you could go on vacation, sit on the beach, and not have to worry about things because you've taken the time to develop a great security plan. All right, guys, I hope you found this video informative. If you did, please press the like button, and we welcome you to subscribe for more awesome videos. Thank you for watching. You take care, and we'll see you soon.